Hi everyone, my name is Kerington Alston and welcome back to my channel where I make encouraging videos I hope inspire and enlighten you and help you live your best life. So today I want to talk about being kind to each other. One of my favorite verses is part A of Ephesians chapter 4 verse 32, be kind one to another. And this is Paul speaking to the church. So what I love about this scripture is I think it's so simple, right? It's kind of like one of those scriptures you teach your, in fact, it is a scripture I've taught my 3-year-old. Like be kind to one another. It seems very elementary and it's like, okay, Kerington, you're really going to talk about this simple verse. But I think this is something we all could stand and do a better job of. And I think it's real easy to hear a video like this, think, oh yeah, I'm kind. Well, okay, but who are you kind to? Because I think it's real easy to be kind to someone who you think you can get something out of, right? Like, me and my husband own a business. So I understand how in the business world, it's this idea of, hey, be nice to people, be kind, do stuff for people. Like, hey, someone else can do it for you. It's kind of this idea of I'll be kind to you, you'll be kind to me. We can help each other go up this ladder of success, and that's wonderful. But what about being kind to people who you don't really think can do anything for you, right? Or a lot of us, we're kind to people in our own community, right? We're kind to people who in our own world and who think like us, who do things like us, who believe like us. And it's easy to be kind to them. But what about being kind to other people? So when the word kind in that scripture, if you kind of do some research on it, it's like being useful, good, having morals, doing the right thing, doing for others. So that's all in kind. So that's from anything like smiling. That's being kind to someone because you're doing something for someone. You're helping, you're uplifting them a little bit, complimenting them, wishing someone a happy birthday, things like that. But then, another part about being kind is sometimes it's sacrificing and doing something you don't want to do for the better good of someone else. I think about we're in a pandemic essentially, and I'm believing God that this will end soon. But we have health officials and others who are asking, hey, if you do this can help in this pandemic and you can help save lives. And you have people who don't want to do it because honestly, it's an inconvenience. But we are Christians, and it's disturbing that's Christians who are the main ones who act like they don't want to do what we need to do to help in this pandemic because it could inconvenience us. And we're fighting and we're protesting and marching about doing something for someone. Your rights aren't being trampled upon. It's not like someone saying, hey, only this segment of people have to do this and everybody else. No, we're asking everybody in this country to do these things so that we can get out of this pandemic and to say, I won't do it because it's an inconvenience, because, I don't want to do this and all of that. That is so not being kind. That's not being kind. And we are believers. If anyone should be kind, it's us Christians and believers. And and I'm going to say something. We're having a bad reputation. Christians are starting to have a bad reputation, have been having a bad reputation for not being kind, for being hypocritical. And you know what? That's just not okay. If you go to a restaurant, tip. If you go out to eat, tip. Do something, even if it's inconvenience to you, do the right thing. That is just, and I'm sorry if I sound too passionate or whatever, but we are believers. And listen, I know I have to work on this myself. I think we all do, because I think all of us have certain areas that we're kind in and other areas are not. Lord had to work on me a couple of years ago. And this is something I still work on, where he had to minister to me and tell me, hey, you are kind to other people, but to your own husband, you can be snappy. You can be rude because you got comfortable with him and you're taking him for granted. Yep. It's like, well, yeah, you're right. and no, I was never like mean, like, hey, Allyn, I'm mean Carrie and I'm aggressive. And no, it was never like that. It was just like, oh, that was weird. But it was never like that. It was just, if he asks me something, just because I'm already annoyed about something else and he's just catching the brunt of it. That's not being kind, You know, even with your spouse, if your spouse asks you to do something and it's totally, you know, even if it's a little bit of an inconvenience, if it's not like awful and inhumane, just do it. You know, if your spouse says, hey, this is not my example, I'm just giving an example. If your spouse says, hey, you know, could you take your shoes off when you enter a house? Because, you know, I want to keep this carpet clean. Don't keep coming in the house with your shoes on just to do it because it's an inconvenience and you're just to make a point. That's just mean. Be kind, you know? So this seems like a simple thing, like, oh, be kind. I think we're all guilty of saying, oh yeah, I'm kind. Yeah, are you really? Are you really? I think we could all work on that. So I really want to encourage you all today to, even if it inconveniences you, even if you just don't feel like it, even if you're not in the mood, be kind. And one of the reasons, the biggest reasons, is you don't know whose life you could really change. I'll give you an example and then I'll wrap this video up. This is a really quick example. I remember I was in college and, you know, I was a broadcast journalism major. And I remember I was in a hallway or something. No, I was in some building. I was going up the stairs, downstairs. I don't remember. But I remember a local reporter came in. He wasn't an anchor or anything like that. He was a reporter. And he came in. I was like, oh, hi, so-and-so. But I guess he was in the middle of doing a story. He was like, ugh. And he was very rude. He was just kind of like brushing me off. It didn't bother me because, I mean, no offense, it wasn't like it was, you know, I don't know, someone super, super famous or, you know, so it wasn't like I was a fan of his. It was just like, oh, that's cool. Someone I recognize off TV. So my spirit wasn't broken or anything like that. It was cool. I just thought it was weird. I was like, okay, rude. And I went on about my day, but I never forgot it because I remember thinking, I never want to do that to anyone else. And I remember thinking that. I remember thinking that I'm good with this, but I could see how this could break someone else. And I remember I made a point that no matter what, no matter how busy I may be or anything like that, if someone, you know, says hi to me, I won't ever, you know, and it's one thing if he didn't notice me, he saw me because he actually was like, he was just like almost angry about like, you know, he kind of looked at me and was like, ugh, you know, like get out my way. Like he didn't push me or anything, but it was just that notion of like, it was me. It wasn't like, oh, he didn't notice me, he's so busy. No, it was being me. And I remember thinking, I don't ever want to do that to other people. And I never forgot that. Do I always succeed in that? I don't know. I mean, I don't know, but it's something I try to be conscious about no matter what. Let me be nice to people. Let me always be kind. And so I hope you guys remember that today, that no matter how you're feeling, if you're feeling off or whatnot, always set the standard. You have your standard. Even if other people don't do that, you set the standard of being kind to people, of being sweet to people, no matter what. I hope this video really encourages you all today. Remember, be kind, because also what you sow is what you reap. There is a law, seed time and harvest. And if you want people to be kind to you, you need to be kind to someone else, okay? And be kind to everyone, whether you feel like it or not, whether you like them or not. So I hope you guys really remember that today. I just want to encourage you guys with that. All right, have a great day. Oh, please like this video, hit the thumbs up button, please hit the red subscribe button, please hit the notification bell next to it, and please share this video, leave comments, all that really helps my channel and it helps me make more videos like this. All right, you all, love you, bye. All right, we have a very special guest. No, my 4-month-old son. Also have a very beautiful 3-year-old daughter, but she's in her room and taking her nap, so I don't want to wake her up. But isn't he cute? I think he's cute. Sorry, I'm doing baby talk. I think he's adorable. Leo. Hey, boo. He's looking at, well, he's looking at all the lights and the mic. He's like, what is this? Don't y'all think he looks like me? No. I think so. I carried him for 9 months, shouldn't he? No, I'm just kidding.